Good morning, friends. Today, as well as being the 12th Sunday after Trinity, with the intent of self-dedication, we're celebrating the feast of the Assumption of Our Lady. This is the completion of the arc of Our Lady Mary's activities on earth. And so we're just recalling her life and then recalling at the conclusion of her life. So this is a very important festival for us to think about, and we can intertwine these ideas. Some of them are quite perhaps unusual and mystical. The Assumption of Our Lady talks about the taking up of Our Lady's body directly into heaven, so we can talk about that. But the self-dedication aspect of it is also an opportunity to weave that idea into the same story. And so the Assumption of Our Lady, the collect, O Lord Christ, who for her wondrous humility and purity hast exalted the Holy Lady Mary among the hosts of heaven. And then the next bit is an aspiration for us, really a direction. Grant that we, thy people, may so follow that her most noble example, that at the end of days we can be found worthy. The 12th Sunday has an interesting connection to this. Almighty, this is the collect for the 12th Sunday. Almighty and everlasting God, grant that we may ever increase in faith, hope, and charity. Faith, hope, and love. Charity is the word for love. We think of charity as giving things to people, and that's part of love. And so that was the 17th century version, King Charles version. So that we may quickly attain that for which has destined us. So this is the point that I just want to bring out in this collect, that of the self-dedication collect for the 12th Sunday after Trinity, that we may quickly attain that for which thou hast destined us, and may we love the path which thou hast ordained. So maybe quickly find what is our purpose in life, and can we come to love it or love it straight away? Just coming back then to the Assumption of Our Lady and the Ark of Our Lady. The epistle, which Matt read this morning, is from the Book of Wisdom of Solomon. The Book of the Wisdom of Solomon is not in every Bible. If you pick up a Bible and look for it in the index, in the contents, you won't necessarily find it. It's in the Apocrypha, the collection of books that are collected together but not included in the Bible. We don't have a liberal Catholic Bible as such, but sometimes you can find the Apocrypha as part of a Catholic Bible, either a Roman Catholic or Greek or Orthodox or something like that, but not in the Church of England Bible. So the Book of the Wisdom of Solomon is a collection of the works of Solomon, and Solomon has this history around him that he was creating the temple under the direction and auspices of the Lord, and creating it in the proportions that were exactly required to enhance the whole process of bringing that part of God's kingdom down on earth. So in the epistle, Solomon is talking then and saying, O God of my fathers, who hast made all things with thy word. You recall in the book of John, it starts off, in the beginning was the word, and then goes on to say the word was made flesh. This word is used a lot in connection with God the Son. You made all things with thy word. Give me wisdom that sitteth by thy throne, and reject me not from among thy children. And then he goes on to say, for though a man be perfect among men, if he doesn't have your wisdom, Lord, I'm just paraphrasing, he will be really not progressing. Nothing will be regarded of him. For the wisdom is with thee. So we have the connection now of the Word, the Father, God the Son, the Word, and the wisdom coming into the world. And Mary is associated with the wisdom aspect of love wisdom of the Christ. And so, even though it sort of sounds a bit all higgledy-piggledy, if you just unpick it quietly and gently, you can see the arc and connection. You can see the mother of Jesus, the Christ, being the symbol both for purity and wisdom, giving birth to the Son who becomes the Christ and then continues the work, or continues the work of the Lord, of God the Father, but brings the blessings on earth of the Christian message, the essence of the Christian message. So we have the Mother of God, sometimes called the Mother of Jesus, the Christ, and then the end of the arc of Mary. The Gospel recalls that visitation of Gabriel, saying to Mary, "You have found favour in the eyes of the Lord." And in the Jewish language version simply means unmarried. We've got a different interpretation of it, but that's the wrong interpretation of it. So the Archangel Gabriel says, "Hail, thou art highly favoured, the Lord is with thee, blessed art thou among women." And the response of Mary is, "Be it unto thee according to thy word." Be it unto thee according to thy word. So now we have a link from the complete acceptance of Mary, the appearance of Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel, saying, "You found favour with the Lord." And we've spoken on other occasions about how this is perhaps slightly alarming. It would be slightly alarming for us if Archangel Gabriel suddenly came. But here, in the consciousness of Mary, "Be it unto thee according to thy word." And now we link that back to the words of the 12th Sunday after Trinity. And we ask, the aspiration of this collect is that we may quickly attain that for which we have been sent to earth, and that we may love the path which thou hast ordained. And so you can see that Mary, in one phrase, "Be it unto thee according to thy word," captures the essence of this 12th Sunday after Trinity. She's just recognized that this is her destiny, and she just holds it in her heart. And then when she goes to visit her cousin Elizabeth in the high country, as she comes into the room, Elizabeth is carrying John the Baptist, and John moves, jumps. Pregnant women know about this. Fathers of pregnant women also know about this a little bit. And Elizabeth says to her, a very long passage, "You are blessed by God the Father," and recognizes the connection between John the Baptist, who is setting the scene for Jesus the Christ, and the two mothers recognizing the role that they're playing. So something just briefly on the Assumption. So this is what we might call a mystical concept, where the body of someone just disappears, just ascends into heaven. So this happens to Jesus as well at the end of his life, and it does happen in other spiritual traditions as it happens. It happens in the spiritual tradition of Buddhism as well. Very advanced Buddhists, the same thing happens. And the Buddhists talk about a rainbow body appears at the end of this particular process. So that's not recorded in our New Testament Bible. So depending on how you want to look at this, the understanding that we have from the introspection and inspiration that comes from meditating on this, from very advanced people in the Christian tradition, the wisdom is that Mary assumes the head of the angels. And so this is a very important role for her as a result of, first of all, the perfect arc of her life on earth. The acceptance from Archangel Gabriel, living the life of the mother, standing by as her son goes through his tests and trials, and then the mother placing the son in the tomb. You can imagine that whole process, and then continuing her life, and then finally completing the life in perfection. It's a model for us, men or women, in terms of the approach and the attitude that Mary shows in her responses that are recorded in the New Testament. And I think that's probably the essence that we should start with in our meditations. We say, Lord, show us our path. And then when we get shown the path, when it becomes clearer and clearer to us what our path is, we say, be it according to your word. We accept it, and then we blossom on that path, and we follow our own arc. So today, we've got a number of things that are woven together. The ideas of self-dedication from the 12th Sunday after Trinity. The arc of Our Lady Mary on earth, concluding with the Assumption, but carrying the founder of our Christian religion, this exposition, aspiration, loving our neighbour as ourselves, a striving to find our path and to get ever closer with the Christ within. So I ask you just to reflect on these thoughts this week and see if you can weave them together in your way and get special inspiration from it.